Hello and welcome to Louise Singleton Creations and another Wednesday review day. Today I will be trying out WeCreat's AirGuard Cube Fume extractor connected to my Lumos laser engraver and cutter to cut my faux leather, which has a reputation for being super stinky when laser cutting. And if you're not even interested in fume extractors or even laser engraving and cutting, do not despair, because that is a project to watch too. Today you'll see me make a mini leather handbag for a ragdoll that I've been making, and I'll also be showing you all the outfits that I've been making for her. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, stay tuned and enjoy the video. Here's the box of bits that comes with the AirGuard Cube, and there isn't much because the design is so simple and sleek. All you need to do is plug in the power cord and attach the extractor hose. As you will have already guessed from its name, this fume extractor is cube-shaped and very simple and streamlined. It's lightweight, which makes it a perfect portable companion for the portable Lumos, also from WeCreat. And that's the laser engraver and cutter that I'm going to be connecting to my AirGuard Cube. Easily accessible from the back, it has an accordion pre-filter, which is equal to 21 standard pre-filters. This filter lasts up to 600 hours depending on the materials being used. With a good tug, it comes out easily, so there's no screws or anything like that to undo. It's all very cleanly designed. I really love the way it looks, and it's so functional at the same time. So there I've just slotted in the attachment that the hose will attach to. And then all I needed to do was slot on the hose and attach the hose clamp to keep it secure. Then I took it over to the corner of my room where I keep my WeCreat Lumos, and I joined the two together, and it was all very simple. I attached the other end of my hose to the Lumos in just the same way as you've just seen me do, and with it connected to the power, it was ready to go. And as you can see, the size of the extractor is perfect. It just fits next to the Lumos, no trouble at all in my craft room without taking up lots and lots of space. I think it looks very smart. So with all that said and done, I think it's time to see it in action and also to hear it in action. I wanted to know how much noise it was going to make. Let's have a listen. That actually sounds a lot louder on the video than it actually is. It's 56 decibels, if that means anything to you. It doesn't mean anything to me. But I have to say, when I first switched it on, I was taken with the fact that it was very quiet to me. It seemed really quiet. So yeah, it's a difficult one to demonstrate the sound, isn't it? Because you've got nothing to compare it with on the video. So anyway, let's get some faux leather in there and get started. As I said in the intro, my choice of material was because it can tend to be quite smelly when you cut or engrave it in a laser engraver. And as I said also, real leather is even worse, but I'm using faux leather today. I didn't have the right real leather. So as I think I told you at the beginning, I'm making a bag for a doll that I made. I thought it would look really nice if the doll had a nice leather bag. So I came up with a design on the WeCreat software, and it was quite easy to do actually. I was quite pleased with how it turned out. So let's get cutting and see if there's any smell. Right then, excuse the clutter. I didn't think to tidy up first. Here's my air purifier, and it's very, very sensitive, and I'm going to switch that on while the Lumos is running over there. You see it's still going. And look, honey doesn't seem to mind the smell either. I actually can't smell anything at all. But if there is anything, this is going to tell me. This goes off even if I'm cooking something in the kitchen. So if it's green, we know we're all right. So far so good. Let's see if it goes red. If it goes red, it's sensing VOCs. So this is how I'm going to show you that I can't smell anything, and that's because there isn't anything. The air purifier is taking it all away. Wow. And just to prove that it's still going, let's go over. And there it is, still going. Wow. Can't smell a thing. So I hope you could hear me speaking there. I wanted to speak while I was filming it and while it was all happening, just so I could show you my air purifier working as well, to show that there were no VOCs in the room. That air purifier is one I got quite a long time ago for my resin work, to get rid of any VOCs from the resin. And so I thought it would be really useful just to show that there's no VOCs coming from the Lumos either, whilst it's connected to the AirGuard Cube. So that's the review part of the video coming to an end, really. There's not an awful lot else for me to say. I've shown you all the information and I've told you that I think it's awesome. I couldn't smell anything and it was fairly quiet in my opinion. And so yeah, if you don't want to see the projects that I'm about to do, thank you for watching. And if you're interested in the WeCreat AirGuard Cube, please find the link in the video description, along with the link for the Lumos laser engraver and cutter. Okay then, let's get this bag put together. I'm not going to be showing you all of the sewing. I'm just going to give you a quick idea of how it works. Just in case in the future, you never know, I might sell this file if people are interested in it. I'm thinking of doing my own doll designs and selling the files at some point. We'll see how it goes. The file I used today for my doll and some of the clothes is from Happy Lab Toys on Etsy, and I'll put a link in the video description for that. The lady who owns that does all the designs for the dolls and the dresses and everything, and it's so pretty. But yeah, one day I would like to design my own doll and maybe sell the patterns. So I'm waffling now, aren't I? But anyway, let's just look at this bag, which is one of the things that I did design. I designed the bag and the underwear for the doll, which you will see soon. So you've just seen me attach 2 jump rings on the 2 ends of the inner panel, and that's where the strap of the bag will be connected later on. Now I've taken a long piece of waxed thread and put a needle on each end, because I'm going to be doing a saddle stitch for this, which is a really strong stitch, and I only learned it recently when I got a kit sent to me for making a full-size leather bag. You might have seen the video. And I had a lot of fun making that bag and learned the saddle stitch, and so now every time I sew leather I use that stitch because I think it's great. You just alternately put the needles through the same hole from opposing sides, if that makes sense. So there, I've just put it through one side, and then the other needle goes through the other, and then you pull both the strings to make sure that that stitch is nice and tight. And that's basically all you have to do. I carried on going with the saddle stitch until I reached the end, and then I did exactly the same thing for the other side. And you'll notice there's quite a large seam allowance all the way around the edge, and it looks quite messy. Well, that was all part of the design really, because it's there to give strength whilst you're sewing. The idea always was, after sewing, to trim off around the edges. I accidentally went a little bit too close to one of the stitches there. But yeah, once I'd trimmed all around these edges very carefully, the bag looked so much better. Next, I cut 2 straps which would be joined together with Velcro. Well, it's not Velcro. Why do I say Velcro? That's just a brand name, isn't it? Hook and loop, do they call it? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I added to each one so that they could be connected together and easily put onto the doll. And here I'm just stitching through to attach it to the metal ring that I added before, and then I will just stitch all the way along. Not because it needs it, I suppose it will give it a little bit of strength, but it was just to make it look nice really. And yeah, those stitches going all the way along did make a big difference. And here it is with both halves of the strap completed and the hook and loop on there as well. And yeah, it does make it a lot easier to put it on the doll if it opens and closes like that, rather than trying to get it over her head, because she's got quite a large head. Don't tell her I said so, but yeah, her head's quite big. Anyway, here I'm just about to add this cherry, a pair of cherries, because it's the same thing that the doll has on her dress, and I thought it might really go nicely with the outfit. And yeah, it's a nice little finishing touch, isn't it, adding the charm. So today's video was obviously primarily to show you the AirGuard Cube, which I've already shown you. But I did want to have a project to show you as well, because otherwise it would be boring, wouldn't it, if I didn't actually make anything. And so the reason I chose this was because I kind of get tired of seeing the same old things that, you know, for laser engravers and cutters. And I wanted to bring to your attention really the versatility of the machine, how much you can do with it and what different art forms it can be useful for. And I think a lot of people don't realise that laser cutters can be used for things such as doll making and making the accessories. And yeah, if you use your imagination, there's so much you can do with a laser cutter. And that's why I love my WeCreat Lumos and my WeCreat Vista so much. I've been using them a lot recently. And so here it is, all finished, and I think it's super cute. I actually made some matching boots for the doll with the same faux leather, and I did that on the Lumos too, but I didn't show that in the video. But you'll see her wearing them in just a moment. I'm very happy with the way the bag turned out. Let's have a look at the doll. And so here's my finished doll, and as I said before, the pattern for this doll is from Happy Lab Toys, and the link will be in the description. And with the purchase, it came with the pattern for the doll and for the dress, which you will see shortly, actually a skirt and blouse, not a dress, and the smock and the shoes. And oh no, not the hat, I made my own design for my hat. So everything else I designed myself. So these pantaloons I designed, and the top that you're about to see as well. I'm not sure whether it's a little bit sad or strange for a grown woman like myself to enjoy dressing a doll, but I do. Maybe I just didn't quite finish growing up, but I do love dressing the dolls and making the dresses for them. And I always have. When I was a little girl, I used to make the clothes for my dolls. I suppose it was necessity. We didn't have much. And that was a good thing for me, because I made so many of my own toys. I made the clothes for my dolls, the toys for my dolls, accessories. So many things that I made out of cardboard boxes you wouldn't believe. And yeah, some things never change, eh? Anyway, I will stop waffling now and put a little bit of music on and let you enjoy seeing the rest of the clothes. And last but by no means least, it was time to finish off the outfit with her lovely leather bag. I think it's the perfect finishing touch. And if you're still watching, I'm guessing you must be interested in doll making yourself. So if you would like to see me include some doll making videos on my channel, please let me know in the comments, because I'm a little bit unsure about whether it would be, accepted very well on the channel. I'm not sure whether people would find it doesn't really align with the other kind of things that I normally do. So yeah, I would love to hear your feedback. Do you think it would fit in with my usual kind of thing? I just love making the dolls, and I would be very happy to be showing you how to do it too. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to. Links for the AirGuard Cube, the Lumos and the doll pattern will be in the video description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again on Sunday.